Yeah, once again, we do record the show live, so you guys have to bear with us on this. Anyway, shoot the core.
Okay, shoot the core. Yeah, shoot the core. That's what you do.
Yeah, you messed up.
Oh, yeah. Notice how it's so good, the graphics are so good that it doesn't look that different with a cutscene, you know? Like, it looks...
Yeah, the cutscenes are movies, I guess, but they're not substantially better. It's still really good.
Yeah.
Have the big old explosion with the treasure lag as usual.
I love that line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. You put the soundtrack titles.
Yeah, like I said, it's a lot of work to put those subtitles in, but at the end of the day, I do think it's worth it.
Wow.
I think people like it. They like seeing the music names, the boss names. I think it just gets more immersive, I guess would be the word. But yeah, at the end of the day, even though it is a lot of work, I do think it makes the videos a lot better just having that stuff.
Oh, you switched to double here. Okay.
Double, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who uses double?
I know, right? No one uses double.
Especially in Gradius V.
You know, he's doubling his laser because he's getting double ships, right?
I don't get it.
Yeah, look, 2 ships.
Oh my god,
yeah.
come on,
See,
man.
see?
Yeah, it was all part of the cutscene.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, we got a cutscene here. It happens, and you can't skip it.
It's more annoying when you're not that great at the game and you're constantly doing this stage over and over.
Yeah.
But as you get better and you're getting farther in, it's a lot. You just get over it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I switched to double. Half because at this point in the game, it still doesn't really matter because you're just gonna shoot anything regardless. And then half because, despite popular opinion, it is kind of useful at times.
Alright, so you're just kind of showing it off a little bit then.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool then, because I mean, yeah, I never see it. Nobody, I think, uses it practically.
Yeah, the thing, the way I see it is, typically laser is when you just want to kill things right away, especially with this type because you can move your options freely or in the fixed formation.
Right.
Double is when you more need to kill things from a single spot. For example, on the later stages, instead of having to go to the ceiling to kill something, you can kill it from the floor.
Right.
Same with the missiles, since they just go down and slide across the floor. That's why I like Type A. It's, when you get all powered up, the weapons are more or less autopilot. Because you have the missiles covering the ground, and you don't have to worry about it. Because they'll go forward until they hit something, and typically there's something on the floor. And then the double is taking care of everything on the ceiling, as well as forward. The only thing it doesn't shoot is behind you, but then you can also use the option button to maneuver them behind you.
Also, unlike in the other Gradius games, like the double firing rate isn't really that decreased.
Yeah, it's terrible. If you're using double on the old ones, you better have a good reason because the reload time is horrible.
Yeah, exactly. And this one, you got more firepower.
It has some extra shots in this one.
So I guess this would be one of the memorization sections. Kind of gotta know the
especially
placement.
for these blob things, which I really hate.
I hate these guys. Like, you can get stuck in between their legs, and I was like, when I was playing it the first time, I was like, do I kill myself? I'm trapped. But luckily, it gives you a split second, from the last one. So don't give up hope.
Yeah, they are kind of a problem later, or at least when you come back, and that's sort of one issue with more of an issue with the 3D. Whereas it may be difficult to tell where the hittable area on the floor is. This is not, as you see, maybe you're noticing this now, but with the surfaces moving like a 3D plane, and since they all looks the same, it's somewhat hard to tell how far low you can go.
Yeah. Usually it's like you just use like the shots to tell where the environment is.
That's the old rule. If you can shoot through it, you can fly through it. But when you need to squeeze down to the floor, which is entirely flat, it's tricky.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but at the same time, I think they could have handled it a little better. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just an inevitability with 3D graphics, but
Perhaps. I guess you should note that the hitbox is pretty small in this game. It's actually like just the size of the cockpit.
It's a 2x2 box.
That's
I
small,
love this
huh?
treasure.
Wow.
Ship against the sky. Totally treasure, you know.
Yeah, the hitbox is only 2x2, although you'd never feel that playing the game. It feels a lot larger, but...
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would think it's a little bit bigger, but no.
It's a little bigger with your force field.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't die with that on. But if you're just bare ship, naked, it's 2x2. Just a tiny bit bigger than your normal cave game now, which is just 1 pixel. Although you'll still and you just still find them to die, you know. It's terrible.
1 pixel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe it's bigger because it's like standard definition, I guess, in this game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So this boss is called Tetran, and the Greek word for 4 is tetra, hence 4 arms, Tetran.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Notice that before.
Yeah, me neither.
It's Tetran again, just like every other Gradius game, almost, aside from the first.
Yeah, normally, like in the old games, you'd kind of like get in between the tentacles and drag your options over the center.
Yeah, that does typically work. Here, I just kind of want to kill him as fast as possible because the one thing about Gradius V is typically the longer the bosses go, the angrier they get. So then they'll start off with a basic pattern, and then they start doing more special attacks, which are harder to dodge. Like with a big core here, he's gonna shoot he just shoots the lasers, and then he does a double spinny attack.
Oh yeah, you messed
If I
up.
let him go on, he'd start doing more things. But...
Take that, big core.
Yeah, I like how they kept the boss rush this like early on in the game like this. It's pretty fun.
Okay.
It's like it gets you ready for the boss rush later.
And get in its face.
Yeah, that's kind of fun to do.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Yeah, having a type that you can hold all the options to get a centralized fire is really effective, and you can do it with this type. And type 3 lets you do formation type, and type 2 you can, but you can't like hold it there, so it's like really finicky.
Well, it is a trade-off. Like I said, with type 2 you can put out a lot more firepower, but I guess it's harder to keep on a single line. But here, if I need power, I just bunch everything up and we just all go together and shoot.
It's pretty satisfying to get them all in one laser too.
Yeah.
Super laser.
That's why I like using type 3. I was a type 3 guy myself.
Well, I'm just type 1.
I'm a type 2 here. I like that. I like that sweeping that laser all across the screen.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's a
solid.
fun feeling, but I don't really handle it well just because you stay still. I like to move.
I like to move it.
80 minutes of this.
Yes! Look forward to it. The F-Man is back.
Whoa. I've never seen him do this.
Oh, yeah, like I said, he starts doing more harder things.
Wow. Oh, so you're really showing off here.
Well, this is easier. For example, the alternative is to go into the balls and deal with them while dodging the lightning. Whereas here, all you have to do is move left and right, and you don't even have to shoot.
Yeah. I just never let him live to this point. I've never seen that.
Oh, well, the laser spam is only if you get too close to the right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I'd gone to the left, he wouldn't do it.
I thought, like...
If you go to the right, he gets angry, he says, no safe spot for you.
Yeah, the explosions are just crazy good in this game.
And laggy, as usual. Treasure loves her lag.
Alright, so moving on.
Yep, the stage 3, which I don't know where we're going.
Inside a city.
I don't know. We were in orbit, and then we flew down to the planet with the towers. And now, apparently they've invaded our cities, and we're gonna go destroy them. I don't know. It's just another mechanical place.
Yeah, they do look like city buildings though, with like kind of
Yeah, they do. And they're really tall. They've got interesting architecture down there.
That's what it'll be like in the future, just fucking endless buildings.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. These are like a mile long or longer. Seriously, we've been going from the top there, and you're still going.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here. Okay.
At the base. The base of
I live on the 576th floor.
You get like teleported up there.
And I see someone in STG Radical on the chat saying stage 3 is the worst. It's kind of slow. It is kind of slow and long, and it does drag on.
Oh, back to the double. Double
Yeah.
gum.
It's useful. Especially now, since the enemy fire starts picking up, and then you have these really nasty roller things, which shoot lasers, and it's also good for the rank. If I had laser, those roller things would shoot a ton more bullets.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Yes, Gradius does have rank, but it's not like it's more simple. Like here, I switched to the laser and a whole bunch more bullets now.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a big difference.
So
Yeah.
you can,
Wow.
yeah.
I never considered rank that much when I played this, but then again,
It's
it
not
like
something. Even if you do consider it, it's not something you manipulate really well. Since
okay.
well, I don't know what the exact numbers are, unlike Gradius 3, but it seems to do have a dependence on what power-ups you have up on the time. I just don't know if it's more like it has like counter dynamic in the background, like rising stuff.
Man, those explosions are epic.
Hunter, go away.
So I got a little vertical scrolling section trying to mess you up.
Yeah, this part will be really bad if you don't have a weapon that like if you die here and you hit the checkpoint here, that door is really tricky to destroy.
Oh man.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, I am playing with checkpoints on, which is definitely the way most people play. But yes, they are on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's not normal.
Why'd you choose that instead of like instant respawn?
Because to be honest, it's more of a me thing. That just, to me, that seems only the proper way to play Gradius with checkpoints.
Ooh.
That's the way it's been since the beginning, and in my opinion, it's not Gradius without it. Like I said, that's just my personal opinion, but it's just the way I play it.
Man, first using double and then this checkpoint
Yeah,
thing?
what is it?
Seahawk, you're a wild and crazy guy.
Sometimes.
This is awesome. And the
Yeah, what
subtitles
next?
really add a lot. So good. It really is much more immersive.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
it's kind of a cinematic game too at the same time, so it really does fit.
yeah.
Yeah, and a lot because of that soundtrack.
Yeah. Yeah, if the music isn't loud enough for you guys, let us know. Just let us know.
And
Yeah, soundtrack is pretty nice. Yep, just blowing shit up.
pretty much. Not much to say here, just fire, which never made sense to me as a weapon against aircraft, but you know, you roll with it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been worse.
At this section, you can like get kind of aggressive and try to kill more of these things if you want.
Yeah.
Points.
Yeah, I do grind the enemy generators for points, and then these things, you have to be careful because they do take some punishment. It's really hard to get both sides, so I typically don't.
So yeah, this actually can be tricky, right? Like,
Yeah,
you really
this
gotta make
section,
sure you
the
get the
core
closest.
of this is pretty hard. This is probably the hardest point of this stage, just because you have the turrets which do fire and force you to move around, whereas you really do need to kill these cores fast because there's such a delay from when you destroy the core and the actual thing is blown up.
Yeah.
This is way harder on higher loops or higher difficulties because the cores will actually shoot at you.
Now, I noticed you paused. Did you mean to get hit by those enemies or to regen your shield?
Yeah, if I have one shield left, and then there's a power-up incoming, I do typically, well, depend on the situation, I do renew it.
Oh, okay. That's another strategy. Okay, cool.
So here we're at the spider boss, which is,
This will be like the hurdle for new players for sure.
yeah, this one's pretty difficult. It's frustrating. Well,
Like,
I guess not. Okay, I just say it's hard because
Yeah.
you have the bounce rings, and the thing's invincible for a half millennium, and then he
Yeah.
shoots a sweep laser, and then he knocks the blocks down, and then you can finally destroy the core. While he's knocking the blocks down.
Type 1 works pretty well here.
Yeah, it's good.
You're gonna kill him quite a bit earlier, perhaps.
Well, I don't know what you're judging against, but you really do want to kill him as fast as possible. Well, then again, I guess that's true of any boss. This isn't a game where you really want to milk, since points, well, the enemy stuff is not worth much.
As I recall, the last pattern of this guy is pretty ruthless.
Oh, the artillery shell, yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna see it.
I forget.
It's pretty ruthless. It's like you get all the way down there, and he like does this shit to you.
Yeah, and then you really can't attack him there because the explosions are big, they linger a little. So here at this point, I just get stuff in formation. I really want to kill him fast, and I think I get him.
Yeah. Slowly turns red.
Ha! Oh.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, if you just don't damage him enough, yeah, he goes into a really nasty attack, and
Yeah,
it's like you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, I don't really like it. It's just so easy to die there at that point.
I'm dropping a lot of frames again.
Well,
Well, we're
now
at the
you get to
next
switch
video.
movies, so
Yeah.
that's okay.
There was like 2 minutes left, so I let it stay there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So shall I decrease it once again?
I suppose so, if you can. What? Sure.